Hi everyone, my name is Shannon Holden. I'm an online course developer for Digital Learning Tree. I'm going to talk to you today about a series of 5 courses made by one of our newest members of the Digital Learning Tree family, Jim Cleary, who is an attorney and author, has his own website called bustedatschool.com. Jim Cleary was a Missouri trial lawyer in Kansas City, Missouri. He was also an assistant city prosecutor, worked as a criminal defense lawyer, and he specializes in law for the non-lawyer. And he has taken his approach that he has used since the late 1980s for retail merchants on the subject of shoplifting loss prevention, and he has applied these principles to education. He is in the process of writing a 5-book series for educators because we just don't get this type of legal training in our undergraduate and master's level courses. Volume 1 is Student Drug Violations. This book has been completed. It's on the market. You can buy it on Amazon. Volume 2, Student Bullying, Cyberbullying, and Threats. Volume 3, Student Free Speech Issues. Volume 4, Searching Students at School. And Volume 5, Students Suing Schools for Violating Their Rights. They're in the process of being written and should be completed within the next 12 to 18 months. We have 5 courses that are based on Volume 1, and these 5 online professional development courses are now available through Digital Learning Tree for teachers, administrators, school board members, school resource officers to take. Course 1 is Investigating Student Drug Violations and Tips about Students Involved with Drugs. Course number 2 is Personal Searches, Cell Phones, Pockets, Purses, Book Bags, and Strip Searches. Course 3 is Locker, Vehicle, Dog, and Random Searches for Drugs. Course number 4 is School Policies and Procedures in Drug Cases. And Course 5 is Parents Suing Schools for Wrongful Suspension or Expulsion of Students. These courses are 1 clock hour in length. So why should people at your school take these courses? What they do is they reduce your district's probability of being sued by people. You cannot guarantee that your school district will never be sued. That would be impossible given today's legal climate. But 3 different years, if you look at 10 California school districts over 3 years, 2011, 2012, 2013, they spent quite a bit of money, $125.6 million on lawsuits. They spent $96 million on legal fees, $29.6 million on case settlements and jury verdicts. School districts are sued every year because their personnel are not trained on how to handle student code of conduct violations. We believe that these courses are unique and can address those concerns in your school district to lessen the likelihood that your school district is sued. Educators will learn about the 2-step TLO approach to establishing reasonable suspicion to detain, question, and search students. This TLO test comes from a 1985 Supreme Court case, TLO versus the state of New Jersey. So these techniques can be used by schools in all 50 states. Educators benefit in 2 ways from the DLT approach. They learn a system to effectively investigate all types of student code of conduct violations, and they investigate the code of conduct violations more effectively and reduce the risk of being sued. 2 key skills you will learn, a vocabulary and a method of analysis to use when investigating code of conduct violation cases, and you will learn to make the decision to suspend, expel, or prosecute the students involved based on the facts of the case and not based on speculation or conjecture about what happened. And usually what happens when your personnel are not trained properly, they end up on one side or the other of a spectrum. On one side of the spectrum, they are very aggressive. They want to try to bust as many students as they can for drugs, which, they have good intentions, but they don't know the law. And then they get themselves into trouble by doing searches that won't hold up in court. On the other end of the spectrum are educators who may have been burned because at one time they were on the other side and maybe got overzealous and got themselves in trouble. And then the other side of the spectrum is they're afraid to do anything, afraid of being sued, and then you have a whole bunch of people on your staff who will do nothing to help you eradicate drugs from your school. So these courses, you can't put a dollar value on how valuable they are. If you want more information about these courses, please call me at area code 417-209-9402. Please leave a message. I will get back to you as soon as I can. You can also email me at shannon@digitallearningtree.com.